Hi, this is Resilient Ken Lau. Now in this video, I will share with you that something I research on, and I try to tell you the truth that at first I have a difficulty to find the answer to take. Then I pray, and God revealed to me. That's what happened this morning. When I have problems, I ask God. God show me the answer. So let's begin. So what it says here is that the data is like this, and there is as this month, and you take a look at the trend. Okay, you can see the trend here. So September is the highest, and there's 9,600 units right here. You can see that here. This is that, and these are called pivot chart. I mean, this is the most emotional beer chart you can think of because it represents the depth of some of the brothers and sisters that we have not yet known or we known in the Malaysia itself. And there are two types. These are basically consisting of debt, but the total debt is this case. So it explained that the debt for the obvious debt due to COVID, the debt of death. So that means that last breath on the bed, and they leave the world. And this death of death, they brought in the death. So maybe it's somewhere they already died, and then they bring in there. Okay. Also based on the date of death. So the P-Vax is partially vaccine who die based on the date of death. So it's a perfect subset of the date of new this one. So it's a subset. Okay, at least one dose of a two dose. So then there is a fully vaccine who die based on the date. So even the fully vaccine one is right here. So defined by this. Although you cannot see, but you can see here the fully vaccine one as of that means like myself I have fully vaccine, but does that mean that I I will totally no? No, it's not. But even the one with booster, I think it's lesser, but it doesn't mean that there's no one die. It's still very subjective. So the SOP is very very important. Even the fully vaccine one. Stay away from very crowded people because they just don't know how you get infected. So 12 1 2 1 0 7 9 1 1 0 7. It's just that's just one date. So if I can just do that is just date. Yeah, that is just date. Yeah, yeah, just date here. So if I can just go here, right click, group. I want the day as well. See what will happen there. Okay, so I can drag this out. Let a month or years to go here. And I still want my date. Okay, as a month. Yeah, and then I right click here, expand, collapse entire. try the date. Guys, even I can do this thing. I just look at the December itself and I collapse it here. I can see there is actually no need to compare both dates, both years. So at one point you can see that it says 66 cases. Fully vaccine one, no case. Partial one, no. There's 7 fully vaccine on the 6th of December, death. So we need to monitor this closely. So yes, back to this is how we analyze with the pure table. But now we want to go to know how to get the data. So we're going to use the Power Query that's from web here, and the idea is actually go over to one of this data set here. So as you can see, there are dead by age, dead by Malaysia, dead by state. So the data I present is from that of Malaysia, but you can choose for this also, that of state. Hmm. Yeah. So you can see here. Now, if I just directly copy this here and come over here and I click on from web under data tab, from web, paste it, click OK. This will not give you the answer you want, and that's what my struggle is. So in the past, before my wife passed away, I always think there's no God. But now it's a different story. Yeah. So and I still this issue. I no longer try by my own. I learn to submit and I ask God. God, please help me. And God says, and God, invisible God, asked me to click on the roll button, and this is what I need. So click on this, copy this, and go here from web. It's the same. Paste it here. Click OK. Go to the other state, and I will click on the platform data. So these are the dates, and these are the state. These are the again all the cases here. So click close, close and load. So I can see that this test case and this mistake is actually quite similar, and let's look at the and check this. So at December, click OK. So oh wait, oh that's not December. I just want December for this month itself, and that case here for the month. And if you look closer, you can still go further. Let's say you don't want every day, you just want last 3 days. Okay, last 3 days. So let's just start from the yesterday. So we have 66 new case. That is how we get. So you see there's a sum of 66, and it surprisingly is that Terengganu 12 case. So with this information and also this date, you can combine that. Let's look at that. See here, December's. So you can see there are 66. So it's basically get from the here. Okay, so now what if I want to get this data here, this set of data, and put it just behind here, maybe something like that. If you want to do something like this, copy this here and put it here. Just want to paste it here. You see, this is just a so I can know that, oh, the 66 is actually coming from here. So how do I do that? Right, it is possible with Power Query or even Power BI itself. But all you need to do is, if you just want to do something like that, you can, because it's all loaded into Power Query. So what you do is that you, based on this, you're going to get this. So we right click, choose merge query, and we go for that state, because the date itself is the one that identified. So I'm reading from the Malaysia and matching with this thing here. Click OK. So what happened is that they will have a table. As you can see on the that particular date, it's all the state value. On this state, it's all the state on this value. So I gotta click on this button here and check this, check on this, click on this state. The rest are all the same actually. So I just click OK. And so what happened is that now, oh wait, I should be double click this here. One more thing, I need to have this. Well, I think I need to have all. Um, Maybe I put this here state. I do need to have the state. I do need to have all, except the date only. The date is not needed. Boost, yeah, the rest are. These are all the details. Previously you only have one lam some value to, it's like why is it all 2222, because that originally on the March 2020, March 2020. So there's only two cases, which is from Johor and Sarawak. Yeah, that was a good old day. But even though there's still two family members that got sick. And you can see that as time goes, it increased. And so anyway, we load it. So that's how you merge the data. From here, we click on the. We actually have this data already. So let's see if it works that way. So that's a new worksheet. And I'm interested in this date here. And I have the. So I don't need the date here. I just need but I also interested in my day, not the month, just the year. Click OK. So I got a day here. And previously we have only date cases, as you can see here, years ago here. And it's a slicer here. And I can just collapse this generator, compile, collapse entire field. It's on the December itself. So in that case, this. That's the total of that case. A new case. Wait, a new case is. And from which state? From which state? A new case. Let's just drag this here. State. So this total state is not needed. Green total is not yet, it's just of the row. So there are 49 cases. Yeah, by the state, this is the one here. So now we know that's 49, but why is 70 or just adding up? So you see, this is not needed anymore. So now by combining them, we know that 66 case is there, and it's the it's really 66 case. Selangor is 11 case. So we need to monitor closely as when reach the peak, or maybe the upcoming season, and everyone flock into shopping mall, and not sure is that there will be a you know by that case is not there, partial is not there, state is not there. So we are there. I'm vaccinated. No. Huh? Where does this 12 come from? Oh, it doesn't tell you that. 11 of them. But where are they? It doesn't tell you the information of, oh yeah, it is. Some of them does tell. As for this one, the 11 doesn't tell us much. But for these three, yes. But here is not. Here got 3 case, 4 case together. So 3 of them are in Kera case is like, for example, in Kia case, 4 of them death, 4 departed, and here yeah. Oh, I don't want to use this. Wait, is it that new case? So there are brought in cases. So it seems like this is brought. Is that brought in cases? So this is that state. It's a state. This is the fully one. Then here, that case. So we gotta see this much, right? So we can go here, use this item. So more option for you to choose, and you can. Okay. Yeah, man. Let's see. No, not here. 2 section only. Area section only. So there's other options as well. Area section. Oh, there are many things that you can use. These are something that I not yet. Ah, so choose that section area. Actions area section only. 1 by 4, 2 by 2. So I have here, and there's not much change. just this here. So there is a full, as a new case. So you just drag it down here. So the order will be here, and as I say, again we just collapse the entire field, and there's a collapse to months, collapse to months. See, that's all. So I go here, and let's just choose one more, collapse to date, collapse to month, collapse entire field. Okay, I'll just go here. There are 66 new cases, and then where they're from. It's a new case. So Selangor is the 11 case. These are Tingalo has 12. And then where's the start pay? Oh, BID is here. So the 12 cases, Sarawak has 2 cases. Kada has 8. And you go right click here, choose sort, largest to smallest. Tingalo, Selangor, 11 cases. And even the Labuan 0 cases. We'll try Sabah. Oh yeah, there, Sabah, 5 cases. So Sabah is 5 cases, and 2 cases die. No, 2 cases brought in. There are 3 cases. Where are the other 3 cases? Otherwise, just state that new date of death. Otherwise, it's but we'll find out later. But there's no data to show that where is this data come from, which type. Is it the one from fully cases? So, but just yesterday itself, it does tells you something. Like this here, they are fully vaccinated, fully, partially, fully, partial, FP, like we did much earlier. Okay, here's the explanation here. Or partially, and then yeah, F is for fully. Okay, so as a fully, partially. So fully, partially, truly, partially. So it's right here. Truly, partially. Okay, so there you are. This is 11 cases. I'm not sure is it scary or not, but you really have to decide yourself as a boost case. So whether a person need to put boost, or if you say that fully vaccinated is a case still very high, then the data shows that the vaccine is not useful. But now the data tells you that because this, first of all, the source must be trustworthy, and it's from the Ministry of Health, Malaysia, so it can't be wrong much. We we report the truth. Okay, so now we can go to pure taper, or we may want to use some line chart. Actually, column chart also can. We just need to go for insert slice. Look for we have a year year, month, state, state. These are some of the categories you want to do with it. So that is the one, and this is the month, and this is state. So in the past, okay. So go here and check the field list. I mean this height. Oh, okay. Delete the grid line. Right click. What is this? So this is state or date line. Add the label, and that's how you get the 11. So you see that one. It's also angle. Okay. And if you expand this, then you can see there's a word at the angle. And that's if you do that. So, but if you don't drag this state here, just drag it out, it's still okay because we use the slicer to control that. So that's 12. Board in depth. San Jose I don't have, but if you look at Sabah, this is the case. You see, this is the slicer to help you know. So if you are in if your manufacturer is in the Great Sembilan, you can see that it's rising 2, 3, 4. Pahang. Just concentrate on this thing will be quite cool. And Sabah, you see the trend. Okay. So of course you can right click here and change the chart type to a line chart. This is also can. You see that here. It's a line chart and this is the bar chart. So both of them should be a different color. You can always change it to a different color if you want to. Yeah. So maybe this is something I want to go. Actually, both of them are also quite accepting and pass. So you can see we are at the top, and then until lately, but still with the two suppress that as compared to last year same period, March, yes. And we can still go further until January in Sabah itself, in Selangor itself, reach the all-time high. It goes down. September, October. As the people start observing SOP, I guess that's one. Kuala Lumpur. Yeah. Yeah. So hope this is explained to you. What's the current condition as at 7 December 2021. We want to thank the governments to do all their best, and all the frontliners, doctors and nurses, work day and night to reduce the case, and trustworthy data from Ministry of Health, Ministry of Health Malaysia. But first of all, stay safe. Still follow the SOP, and hopefully that your family will be stay together, stay healthy, stay safe. The consequence of not following SOP is very costly. Yeah. So, and also give you a hope that if you fully vaccine, then it's a very different case. Fully vaccine case this day. Yeah, I can see that the fully vaccine. that by fully vaccines, right? See, that is the, but it just it doesn't tells you much. It does not report on yesterday, but if you look at the day itself, yeah, the day itself, yeah, the last 4 days, first 5 days, there is fully vaccine. There are 4 cases, 1 cases as of November, fully vaccine. So we are also concerned about whether the fully vaccine doesn't mean that you will not get any. No, actually it's not, as you can see here. Although it's very different, and it doesn't mean that the ones partial vaccine will not. Okay, the arm vaccine, yeah, even the arm vaccine is only 20. Fully vaccine, that is strange, don't you think so? Fully vaccine is 30, arm vaccine is 20, and this 7. The arm vaccine is 4, fully vaccine is 7. Doesn't mean that doesn't mean that arm vaccine will definitely die, but it's kind of a different story. Different tells you a different data set, tells you differently. See that it's 90, oh, this is 100. So let's see the chart, right? At all time high at the time, what is this? Okay, at the time it was like maybe somewhere in the month of somewhere here. I will choose that somewhere here. Okay, so that was the all time high on the slang, or I mean whole. If I see, yeah, let's just look at the whole thing. Okay, the all time high is on the September, so that's a September point. So we just go here, check on this September. Fully vaccine 1 2, unvax 3000, and 3000 there's unvaccinated 3000, fully vaccine 1000, partially also die. Then it's come to the October. But I can see here. So if you have not yet buy insurance, just consider review your insurance. Buy a new buy a COVID-19 insurance. So I think this data can help you to decide. Yeah. So it could be you, it could be your neighbor, it could be anyone, even your fully vaccine state so far October. This is very strange. This is like on October, if you're already fully vaccinated, but still 1,000 over people die. And then when you reach to, I just say until August to December, hold down Shift key, select the end. I can see that it really dropped. Okay, it's really the so-called what it says, the flatten the cases. So flatten it. But there's still 1,000 more cases. There's still a lot. Still a lot. Yeah, from 7,000 per sure. So that's why only then that the government say we can loosen the SOP. Yeah, state can cross. So it's based on this data set that it tells a story. Okay, thanks for watching this. Thank you. Thank you. Hope this is useful to you to make a decision.